Hello guys, compliments of the season. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for clicking on this video. God bless you. Today I want to show you how I made and supplied 100 liters of liquid soap to my friend who is about to wed. They just gave me the order that I should make liquid soap as souvenir. So he started by picking those bottles and removing all their labels. Then after removing it, now this is our own sticker for the wedding, and then we have to stick the sticker to all the bottles again. It was actually a long process, but it's worth the while. Honestly, I was so happy at the end of the day because the couple, they are so dear to me and I have to take this job for them. So we have to stick their happy married life sticker on the bottle before we started. So I had some people working with me though. I was not the only one that did it, but I thank God it came out very, very beautiful. All right. So when we are done with that, we started the production proper. You can notice what is happening here. I have 2 liters of sulphonic acid and 2 liters of foam boosters because I really want the wedding guest to enjoy the soap. My Nitrosol is 1 kg, and you can see the size of the bowl I want to use. Soda ash is also 1 kg. Okay, just follow us and see. Then our SLS rice is 500 grams. Our STPP is also 500 grams. And then our caustic soda is just 30 grams. I did not even finish the 30 grams. Okay, I have 2 colors here. I was contemplating whether to make 2 colors, but I decided to make only 1. Okay, I also have 2 fragrance here, lemon and ambipur. So the production started. With the dissolution of Nitrosol. I have about 25 liters of water in this big bowl that you can see. I'm dissolving the Nitrosol. So I have to be fast in stirring so that the Nitrosol does not form lumps. So someone was turning it in for me. I had another person as my cameraman and I'm doing the stirring. Okay, so stir it very fast, quick, and everything becomes dissolved as you can see in the video. Now this bowl can take 50 liters exactly. So you can see the measurement of water we are using is 50 liters. All right, so after dissolving, you can see that all the Nitrosol is completely dissolved. Then the next step is to dissolve our caustic soda. But before then, I went ahead to dissolve our soda ash in another separate bowl. I'm dissolving our soda ash in another separate bowl. I always like all the ingredients to dissolve completely before adding them together. In doing that, the work is always very simple because the turning will be easy. So I dissolved our soda ash in that bowl. Then I'm going ahead to dissolve our STPP in the first silver bowl. That is our STPP. I'm dissolving in the first silver bowl. I want to give them some time to completely dissolve and before I do the mixing of all the solutions. Okay, then the last silver bowl, I'm dissolving my SLS rice in the last silver bowl. SLS takes some time to dissolve, so it required more turning, more stirring for it to dissolve completely. So it took me extra time stirring and stirring again for SLS to dissolve completely. So when all these ones are completely dissolved, then we can now go ahead to the production proper. So after a while, say about 20 to 30 minutes, the SLS rice was completely dissolved and the solution was clear. So now I moved on to dissolving my caustic soda. Everything was 30 grams, but I did not use up everything. I used about 20 grams of caustic soda. My reason is because I don't want the Nitrosol to form so lumpy. Therefore, I dissolved the caustic soda in that small bucket, and then one of my children was just filling the bucket to say that the temperature of the water has risen because of caustic soda. So turning it into the big bowl containing the nitrosol, to turn it in and stir, and I like this reaction any day, anytime. The solution always becomes thicker as you pour in your caustic soda solution. So as I was pouring and stirring, the mixture was becoming very thick, as you can feel it in the video. Alright, so this is very, very, very easy when all the ingredients have been pre-dissolved before the production. Okay, now the first thing I want to do is to turn in my soda ash that is already dissolved. Soda ash that is already dissolved is the next thing. Okay, before turning in your soda ash, sorry, I forgot, we have to turn in our sulphonic acid, 2 liters of sulphonic acid. So my children were helping me to turn in, and I was doing the stirring. You can see that it's becoming thicker. It's becoming thicker. It's taking more energy to stir, but stirring it at this point is very, very needed so that you don't have any seed in your soap. So we turn in the 2 liters of sulphonic acid and stirred very well until everything properly mixes up together. That is what I'm doing. So after that, we proceed with the production. But this time, you have to stir it very well. If you have a mixer at this point, it's very well needed. But I've been using stick to do it, and it comes out very fine also. So you can see that after stirring it for a while, the color has changed, the viscosity has changed, and even the texture. You can see it becoming very, very soapy and beautiful. Alright, so the next thing we're going to get ready to add is our soda ash solution, already dissolved. So when you turn it in and stir, it becomes very, very, very easy. It becomes very, very easy. Alright, this is the first time I'm making 50 liters at a go, and it came out fine. So I poured in my soda ash, and look at the reaction. The thing looks so whitish and fluffy, and I love it. I tell you, I love this. So after pouring and stirring vigorously, the color has changed, the texture has changed, and it's becoming very soapy. And I tell you, this soap is going to be super foamy because I know the formulation of the recipe is wow. So after stirring, and you can be sure that you have mixed it up completely, the next thing we're going to do is to pour in our STPP. We're going to pour in our STPP. That is the next dissolved ingredient that we are turning in right now. So I turn in my STPP. As usual, as I'm turning in, we are stirring again and again. You keep stirring. Stirring is very much needed for you to have a smooth, evenly mixed soap without lumps. Even the lumps will cause wastage. That is why you have to stir very well. But looking at this, you can see when you dissolve your ingredients, it's always very easy. The next thing, I'm turning in our SLS solution, already dissolved. So it makes the mixing very easy and smooth. Now, this is the work. You have to turn it here vigorously for everything to mix up properly. Very well. Stir it very well. It might take you some time, but the result will be worth it. So you stir it very, very well. You can see now it is properly mixed. The next thing is I'm turning in my foam booster. I have 2 liters of foam boosters just to make sure that the soap is super foamy. All right, so after turning in the 2 liters of foam booster, we stir again to make it go round the whole bowl. Now I'm going to add more water to make it up to 50 liters because I'm supplying 50 liters in small bottles. So at least I have up to 100 plus 50 cl bottles to supply. Okay, So now we turn in all the foam booster and stir again. Stir it again, stir it again, stir it again very well. Stir it again very well. Keep stirring, keep stirring, keep stirring until everything is properly mixed. Now you can see that the soap is setting, is getting ready gradually. It's getting ready gradually. Even while making this soap, I was so happy and excited because the result is giving me, the soap is giving me some good vibes, and I'm happy doing it. You can see now, the next thing I'm going to do is to add my fragrance. I mix fragrance, my lemon and ambipore. And I tell you, try it. It came out very, very scintillating. It came out very, very alluring. Very nice. You are washing dishes with the soap and your kitchen is well perfumed because of this fragrance that I mixed together. So I pour in more water, like I said, to make it up to 50 liters. You can see the volume is swelling. All right, this bowl actually is 50 liters, but you can even make more than this out of this recipe because the soap came out very thick. It came out very thick. So now it's time for me to add my color. I wanted to do green, lemon green and pink, but I decided to make one color. All right, so I poured in my color. You can see how pinky it is looking. The pinky is pinking and it's really talking. Oh, wonderful. Now I stirred again and again, and I'm just loving this soap. And everyone that came around was like, wow, this is beautiful. Okay, I kept stirring just to make sure that the color goes around every part of the soap. And before we get ready for packaging of our liquid soap, so we can see how sweet it is. You can see how sweet it is. It's really, really colorful. So you just keep stirring to make sure that everything is even. Everything is evenly spread in the bowl. The color, the fragrance, and everything. So you can see that it is really, really nice. So I left it for some hours, and look at it. This is the soap. Wow, it came out very beautiful. Came out very, very beautiful. Okay, so the next thing is I want to start packaging it for my customer. All right, so I now started packaging. This one took me some hours to do. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, I filled almost 170 bottles with this liquid soap. Look at it, guys. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Please like the video and subscribe. Thank you.